Hey YouTube. I was just going through some news and I came across a story about a mother named Shakayla Denson, a 26-year-old woman living in Florida. She was seen getting out of a river fully clothed, and I guess a lady from across the street who lived in a building across the river saw her walking out of the river and thought it was odd that she was in this river with her clothes on. Apparently this is not a place where people go swimming or, you know, anything like that, where it's common to see somebody in the water, from what I gather. She ends up calling the cops, and the cops get there, and I guess the cops detained her, and they start searching this river area. Come to find out that she was actually in the river with her 4-year-old daughter, JA'HYRAH Daniels, and apparently drowned her daughter and was just leaving her daughter's body in the river and walking out like nothing happened. Some say that they saw her push her daughter off a bridge, probably a mile or so up the road, into the river. Now, we know how the media is. You know, one person says it's blue, the other person says it's red, and you don't know. But what we do know is we have a picture of her walking out of the river. So obviously she was in the river at some point. And she obviously had her daughter with her. Now, what I'm trying to understand is it's always after the fact that people see shit. Like, yeah, they see her coming out of the river, but they didn't peep what she was doing before that. They only see her coming out of the river. And, you know, it's probably always some busy, nosy body person, you know, who has nothing better to do than sit on their terrace and watch other people. So, in this instance, if it's true, she saw this woman coming out of the river and she said she had a weird feeling. So she took a picture of her. Okay. Maybe she has a sixth sense like I do. I don't know. Or she just saw a black person coming out of the river and she went on that. You know, people aren't going to say that on national television, are they? Because we all know how some people are, you know. You see a black person, if you're white or whatever, and they're coming out of a river, and it seems odd because they're black. It might not seem odd if they were white, but it seems odd if they were black. But, you know how racist people are. So, I found that interesting, because I don't know if she would have really paid attention had it been a white person coming out of the river. So, in any event, they find the 4-year-old daughter drowned and arrest the mother, interrogate her for 5 hours. They haven't said really anything about the interrogation yet. There's no reason as to why she drowned her daughter. If she drowned her daughter, we don't really know what happened because there's not much information out there right now. So, if you're spiritually inclined and know about the way the world works, the other world, not the world everybody wants to live in, but the other world. Water's the gateway in between worlds, in between the living and the dead. So, a lot of sacrifices and a lot of murders are either in the bathtub or in a body of water of some kind. We've seen this plenty of times with celebrities, and there's a reason why they do that. They don't just take drugs and fall in the bathtub. That's complete bullshit. But that's for another video. So when I'm seeing this, I'm thinking to myself, well, if she was pushed to want to sacrifice her daughter for whatever reasons, doing it in a body of water would make sense. So now I'm just kind of curious as to how this unfolds. According to the police, she was arrested before for petty theft and, just bullshit things. And then they had another guy they interviewed, another white guy, and they said, well, I don't understand why she couldn't just get help if she needed help for her daughter, or, just to have given her to, welfare, or, just giving her up for adoption. Listen, it's not that easy. When a parent is psychologically unstable and doesn't want their children, they'll do everything in their power to help you keep your child, but the system is not quick to just take the children away from their parents and put them somewhere else. There's been so many instances where they should have done that, knowing that these kids were not safe around their parents, and they end up dead later on. Which, who knows if that's going to come out, that, the city had come out and checked on her or heard something, and when they went there wasn't anything to be alarmed, so they left the child with their mother, and now all of a sudden the mother's drowning their kid. This is speculation. These are just my thoughts, and this is, things that have happened in the past, and believe me, the system is not quick to take children away from their parents. You might think they are, but they're not. They'll sit there and they'll try to get you psychiatric help, and they'll try to get you all this help, and you're saying, the person's sitting there saying, I can't be a mother, or I can't be a father, or for whatever reasons, and they don't listen, and the kid ends up dead. System fails 24/7, especially children. So, let's see where this story goes, if it goes anywhere. If we hear any more about it. I just thought it was a little interesting that she chose to drown her daughter in a public area like that, where she could be seen. Kind of weird. Why she wouldn't just, drown her kid in the bathtub, or, in a pool or something, and act like it was an accident, the way some people do. This is a woman who went out into public with this child and drowned her and thought that she wasn't going to get caught. But let's see what unfolds. Maybe I'll get some more information about this. I'm hoping they come out with some more information after the interrogation and all of that, if they come to any conclusions as to why this woman drowned her daughter. And unfortunately, there's people like me who have been trying to have children for 20 years, and miscarriage after miscarriage, can't have, no luck, and these people have children and disregard them like garbage. But that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video. So, thank you, YouTube, whoever's listening, and look forward to your comments. I hope everybody has a great night. Be safe. Hey YouTube.